Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're starting with a Felix team here, and we're going to go into this one with Erica because I am a bit tired and not looking to think too much. So we're just going to throw Erica up here and have her try to tank everything. Negative, there is... what's her name? Brave Robin here, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem because I won't get my gust off on the first vantage hit, but it should be fine. I think we should still be able to take out Felix, I think. Typically it's pretty straightforward there, and then aside from that, everyone else should just die and it should be pretty easy goings from there. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup. I'm just gonna put her out front and let her tank everything. Straightforward defense here. Did have the option to try to player phase it, but I just didn't want to. So we're gonna do this instead. Still, I played around with the idea of giving Ash Hardy Bearing to deal with Camilla's, but I didn't commit to it. I don't know.
Let us begin.
I don't feel like it's the right idea.
I go.
I don't know, man. Not something I'm looking to do.
Is it time?
Yeah, that's not gonna be able to play. I really don't know what I'm gonna do about potentially coming across Camilla teams because I just don't understand the range quite that much of the Camilla team. It's something that I'm gonna have to play around with to see exactly how it works. Ooh, that's not great. Hopefully this one-shots this Felix here, but it's a special, so... no bueno, no bueno. Rune, no. Dramatics, but oh, that's rather unfortunate. I did not anticipate him not dying there. That was not great. Probably the extra damage reduction from Ather, I think. But that sucks because now we're gonna just watch her fight everyone else, which is yeah, I've already lost. I've already lost this. Felix KO'd my unit. I could have probably... Nah, he would have been able to warp. I was thinking that maybe I could have hid some of the units, but he would have just attacked either Saline or Sedith, which either one of them would have died, so... Yeah, that sucks. I didn't really think that he would survive. Typically he dies pretty easily. I don't know if it's because I didn't get the gust on the first hit or if it's because of Ather. Probably because of Ather, but it's okay, man. A quick loss, that's fine. We get to play another match. Let's just load up one more. Alright, here's our second attempt. Hopefully this one goes a lot better, although I will have to think a bit more for this one because yeah, this layout is kind of awkward to position for tanking, which is what I wanted to do, but I couldn't really figure out you know, where I would put Erica or Malice for that matter. And so far I've been losing pretty much every match that I've tried to tank this week, so it's probably for the best that I try to player phase this one. I don't know, it'll probably work out better for me. Yeah, let's see how this one goes. Plan here is to go up the sides. I'll pick one of the side, probably the one that has the closer pot, and then we're gonna start blasting once we get up there. Yeah, so that's pretty much the idea. Let's see how it plays out. Don't really have much else in mind aside from that. What was I gonna... Right, so anime, that's what I was gonna talk about. So I was gonna bring up, well, it's not animes. This is a cartoon, I guess. Motion picture, animation. I don't know what you call it, but Invincible, not S, there's no S on it. Invincible with Mark and Omni-Man. I just finished watching those 8 episodes and holy, whoa, breathtaking, very, very good, way better than the previous season. It has everything that I'm personally looking for in a story about superheroes, because man, I was really getting so bored with the standard trope of the superhero saves the day, nothing bad ever happens. It was getting particularly monotonous for me. That's a big reason why Marvel fell off. The only negative thing, or the only bad thing that ever happened in Marvel, or what is it called, that franchise with Captain America? I forget. I don't know. Avengers. Right. The only thing that ever really happened was Thanos and his snap, and it was such a big deal when they got the get back against Thanos in the follow-up movies. So yeah, that was the only thing that ever really went wrong. Like, and I wish they had more of those. Like, we need more stories where the villain actually wins, because that's a lot more realistic to life, if I'm being honest. Yeah, heroes do exist, but a lot of the time it's the bad guys that are getting away with it. And I guess you don't want to put that portrayal in cinema too much, because if it blows up, then you don't want to. Movies have a particular influence, or media in general has an influence, and you want to be careful with the power that you wield with media. I guess that's to be said, but sometimes you just gotta paint a correct picture, and I feel like that's what Invincible does. It really walks in that gray area in terms of, do we really need to kill this guy? Like, this bad guy that's trying to destroy the entire world, and then what does the hero feel after they've actually killed someone? Like, that's not very heroic, maybe? Well, from a superhero standpoint, I guess you could say that's not very heroic, but like, just us regular day real life stuff, police do it all the time, and like,
Truly?
I think they're heroes. So there's no going around that. But man, specific to the series, it has been fantastic, and I feel like this last season was the best in terms of action thus far. I still always flash back to that first season, man. The meme, the think Mark, that still lives rent free in my head. But this season where Eve got to shine,
I will try.
and then Mark really come into terms with who he was, and what he's gonna do with the future. I feel like really, really good storytelling. Picks up really where the comics are in terms of like, it's really following exactly what the comics are. There are like some pieces that are probably left out because you can't fit everything in, but it's really being true to the material, and I enjoy that. Not that I've like read thoroughly ahead or anything, but I have seen like spoilers and snippets. But man, that last episode, that fight, the dialogue in that fight, Eve, Mark and Eve, Rex, is it Rex? I forget what his actual name is, but man, I was really surprised that they did that to him in terms of what ended up happening to him. Given what happened last season, I thought he'd still be just, around, but it doesn't. Well, okay. It doesn't really look that way, which is kind of sad. Definitely one of my favorite characters from the series, or favored. I'd have to say I really like Eve. I feel her personality is just, I really like her. And then Mark is just your standard superhero. Well, not necessarily standard, but you kind of understand Mark in terms of he is what you get what you see is exactly what you think he is, and it's really interesting to watch his character improve and evolve as we go along. And we even got some of Cecil's backstory, which I really liked. I was like, whoa, this makes a ton of sense, and I really hope we get to see some more of that. I'd have to say Omni-Man is actually my favorite character from the show, just because there's so much depth. Oh, man, that's kicking my butt. Depth.
Don't rush in.
The TH, it's the TH at the end that's kicking my butt. But yeah, I think he's a really well-rounded character. Hopefully we get to see some more of him. Well, we will get to see some more of him as the series progresses. And I hope they take their time with it, man. Don't rush it. One of the worst things that animators do is that they rush to put out a series and the end product is just like really just bad animation, which is it just makes the adaptation suffer. And I hope that they don't do it with Invincible. Take their time. I mean, people will wait to watch it. Just take your time, put it out when it's ready, and if it's going to be bangers every time because the source material is fantastic. So just take the time and animate it and give it, do justice to the work that you see in the source material, because even there the art style is fantastic. And I hope that they've been I'm kind of worried about One Punch Man coming out. I think it is going to be this year in terms of what they do with it, because man, manga versus animation, manga slaps, man. I've seen some of the panels in One Punch Man and it's just some fantastic drawings, and I don't know how they're going to replicate that in animation, and so far they haven't been able to do that. But I just got to give it the credit for what they have been able to put out so far, and I just hope they don't give us another Blue Lock situation when One Punch Man comes out later on this year. But yeah, Invincible's really, really good, man. It was, yeah. Even though I wasn't 100% focused when I was watching it, because again, I've been playing Top Heroes, and there is so much to do with that game that it has basically consumed me for the past couple of days now. But I do feel that I'm getting to a plateau where it's not as easy to level up the characters anymore, so I'm kind of having to slow down. Resources are getting thin. There's always that quick rush when you're just starting a game and you're figuring everything out, and you're just leveling up over and over again. But then eventually the levels dry up and the experience dries up, and it becomes harder to clear each preceding level. So that's currently where I am, and I see myself kind of tapering off. So I'll probably have some time to myself in the coming days. And I'll probably pick something up. I think I'm gonna watch I've been watching Pinky Blinders. Just started that on Netflix, and it's been pretty decent so far. I've been apprehensive because it's such a dark, gritty series in terms of the era that it portrays, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to get in. It's like another kind of Game of Thrones-y type of thing, but not necessarily that same time period. And I wasn't really sure. Got a little problem here with Felix, but I think I have enough to figure it out. I'm gonna get Golvik to get the pot because I got the duo dance here with her left, so I'm gonna do that and then dance with Plumeria here, and it should work out. But yeah, Pinky Blinders, definitely. I watched 4 or 5 episodes so far, and it's been decent. Yeah, I can definitely see what the interest has been. People have been pretty much digging it, and it's good for me because I picked it up when it's 5 or so 6 seasons in. So if not finished, is it finished? I don't know. I should probably check. But I got a long series that I'll be watching for a while. I've actually wrapped up the majority of the animes from last season, so the only thing I haven't watched is ReZero, which I'm probably going to skip and wait for the next year's season to come out for that. I hate
nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I'm going to probably skip ReZero for this season and wait for the next one to come out. And then I'll probably watch Apothecary Diaries, since that's a 2-core, which is 24 episodes. That's nice. That's what I like. I don't like those 12 episodes. Give me 24, man. Give me 24. So that's my next up-and-coming watch list. But yeah, busy week for my eyes, at least. GG's.